We are now going to warm up the back of our legs, our hamstrings, our glutes, our lower back, and our lat muscles. We're going to be doing a deadlift warm-up. Now, it's really important that we perfect this exercise as much as we can because you're going to be doing this a lot throughout your program. So I always want you to focus on every point of your body whenever performing any exercise. So we're going to start with the feet. The feet need to make sure that you're clawing them on the ground, making sure that all of your toes are flat, that your heel is flat, and that you're pushing your feet into the ground. Then we pay attention to the knees, making sure that the knees don't cave inward, okay? We want to keep the knees straight and slightly outward. Then we pay attention to the hip. We want to make sure that whenever we're doing a deadlift, that we're pushing the hip back and we're not coming forward with our body, but pushing the hip back first as we're coming forward. Then we pay attention to the core and the spine. The core supports our back. So you always got to keep the core engaged nice and tight. No excessive arching with the back. We want to keep it neutral. If it's excessively arching, the core is not engaged. So we need to push the core in and keep the back straight. Your shoulders, we don't want the shoulders rolling forward. We want to lock in those shoulders, keep them to the back, keep the core engaged, spine is neutral. Now the last part is your neck. Always the neck should be aligned with the spine. So when performing this exercise, we don't want to be looking up. We don't want to be looking down excessively. We want to keep it neutral. All right, so now the first step when doing this exercise is where you place your hands onto a bar or dumbbells, okay? We want to make sure that it's not too wide and it's not too narrow. So first, put your feet parallel to your shoulder is how you're going to be standing. Place your hands on the outer part of your legs, keeping them very close to your legs. Lock in the shoulders. When you know that your shoulders are locked in properly, you will feel that the lat muscles right here in your back are really tight and engaged. So push them down, lock it in. Engage that core, and what you're going to do is you're going to bend your knees slightly. Before coming forward, you're going to push your hip to the back. This is called a hinge. Pushing the hip to the back as you come forward. It's as if you're going to place the bar onto the floor looking down, bending the knee slightly, and standing up. We want to make sure that our knee and our hip lock in at the same time. We don't want to come up and then lock the knee and hip. We want the hip and the knee always to lock at the same time. Keep the bar close to your leg. Look down as you come, bend the knee. Engage your feet into the ground. Know your limitation. You don't have to come too low. You want to come right below your knee. The taller you are, the more you can bend the knee. The shorter you are, you can keep your legs more straight. But don't lock the knee. So I want to keep it just like that. Look straight, slightly downward. Lock the knee and the hip. We're going to be doing 10 repetitions, all right? Feet on the floor, bend the knee, hinge. As you come forward, keep the shoulders back, come right below your knee. If you're very tight, know your limitation. Stand up and lock the knee and hip at the same time. And try to do this movement slowly. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.